Namaste. Welcome everyone to this part of Satsang, which I use this opportunity to look through some of the letters that come each week. I don't go through all of them. We take about an hour or so and look through what is come. This one looks freshly put. Welcome also to all of you who are joining via broadcasting today. Big welcome here, and thank you for being here with us. Dear Mooji ji, Namaste. I would like to take this opportunity and I'm writing an incident. Who wrote it? You? Okay, come, yes. Yes, come darling. Nice to see you. Very good. You want to read?
Sorry about my writing.
Oh, read it for me. Sit and let me see. Huh?
Should I read it or tell it off?
No, as you speak, naturally is good. Yeah.
Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste, darling.
Past 1.5 months or 2 months I've been watching your videos.
Ah.
And then I felt a sort of solace in my heart.
You felt what?
I felt very calm in my heart.
Calm inside.
And past 25 years, I took up this spiritual life, an incident made me turn inside. And then from then I started into the spiritual, so many things like bhajan singing, swadhyaya, satsang, reading scriptures, chanting and reading scriptures, and then including spiritual painting. I've been doing everything, but never my mind was calm.
Okay.
But of course it was giving me some sort of, I don't know, whatever it is, better than, not doing anything.
Yes.
But then these videos, after watching these videos, I thought I should give me one more chance for myself to know what I am.
Yes.
Because last year I had a severe health problem. Health problem.
Yes.
I needed to do it right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I took 25 years to come to this step.
Yes. Yes. Okay. If for 25 years you have been searching for something, then if right at this moment, everything that has happened in 25 years, both in your spiritual life and your daily life and so on, for a moment, I just want you to just leave that to the side for the moment. We're not going to talk about it for the moment, okay? Just be empty of this for one moment. Can we do it like this?
Yep.
Yes? Yep. And then anything that you want, like I want this or I want that, and whatever it is, for the moment also, I just want you just to put it down for a moment. Just put it aside for a moment. And anyone can join in for this also. So simply leave all that you've been carrying in your mind, the good and the bad, the old and the new things. Leave them, everything for a moment. Even your role that you play, every kind of label that you've carried for one moment, leave it aside for a moment. Just for a few minutes with me. Any desire you have, even good desires for good things, even for awakening, for a moment, and everything you imagine that these things will bring you, leave them also aside for a moment. Can we do like this? Because if one can comprehend what I'm speaking, then 200 can do it, 500 can do it, 5,000 can do it. You see, because each one, if you listen inside your heart, that's your listening. And so it is real for you. So I'm asking now, inviting whoever wants to follow, just to leave everything aside so that you're really empty of things. Empty. And I don't want you to pick up anything new for a moment. So leave all the old ideas, even good ones, and the beautiful memories, and leave everything. I want you to be empty. Beyond even the concept of empty. Just be empty. Don't carry anything, no old reports, no news, no expectations, no stories, no identity. Everything for a moment. Let's just go to ground zero for a moment. And no images. No identity also. We are going to have a fresh start, even if it only lasts for a minute or two. You can afford that much time for yourself. So to be completely empty of everything. And you can do it. It's not difficult. God has given you the power to do this. Okay? So empty, 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 empty. No stories, no old conditioning, no new conditioning, no belief, nothing. Just be empty, 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 empty. Leave everything out until there's nothing else to be taken out. And remain as what remains. Meaning that which cannot be taken out nor put in. Just like this. This is not going to take any time. This is not a practice. And no waiting. Also now, I've done it, now what? No waiting also. So if you feel waiting also, you don't associate with that. Okay? Now, empty, empty. You're just like a camera with no film in it. Okay? How are you here in this moment? Report only about this moment now, because past moment does not exist. Future moment does not exist. These are just ideas you've been carrying and memory has been carrying. So memory, I'm not speaking to memory now. I'm not speaking to memory now. And I'm not speaking to aspiration now. And I'm not speaking to no person also now. This space. Speaking there.
I'm just watching.
You're just watching.
Open my eyes wide open, that's it.
You're?
I'm opening my eyes and watching you.
Yes.
That's it.
So now you're saying, I'm just watching. Okay? I'm just watching. I have my eyes wide open. So whether eyes wide open or full shut, there is awareness of that. Doesn't matter. Okay? Anything going on?
Nothing.
Neither happy nor sad?
No.
Don't judge this state. Let it be there. Let it be. It's here. It's the one place, no effort. No effort to be here. Everything else takes effort. Even the habit to be into another state, it still have to keep going somehow. But this doesn't have to keep going because it's not on the move. It's simply here, like that. Okay. Are you struggling in any way?
No.
No. Senses are working fine. You're not suppressing your senses. Senses are working fine. Mind has the capacity to continue to function in whatever needs to happen. It has that. But it's not working for any past. So, okay. This is as fresh a beginning for you just here, perceiving. You know that you know I am, you know you exist, and that you are perceiving somehow, naturally, without any effort. Anything wrong with this state?
Absolutely perfect. The moment I entered into this room, it as if happened like somebody has put curfew to my mind.
Yes.
It's not working.
The mind is not working.
It's like
Yes.
curfew.
Yes. Curfew. Curfew to the mind. Not working. You see?
Otherwise, I was always dragged with my mind up and down, past, present, everywhere, and then I don't know. Now it is like I'm doubting whether what's wrong. Like it's just curfew.
Yes. Now even the thought, what is wrong? Because my mind is not working. You want it back?
No, I don't. I don't want. I don't want it.
I don't want it back.
No. I don't want it because I want to run away. Maybe from my mind, I was doing all these things. What I was doing.
No, you must not run away from your mind. Your mind must run away from you.
Yeah,
this is a better relationship.
Maybe. Yeah.
You're the one who is here.
Yeah.
He's a visitor. He's come and go. You see? So what happens is normally your mind, the psychological side, behavior of your mind, is not afraid of you. You see? Then he has to become afraid of you. Or to have real respect for you. You see? But you're not going to spend a lot of time training him.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend the time training him at all. You only have to stay as you.
Just like this?
Just like this.
This is what I am?
Yes.
Then what was I doing all the days? I mean, all the years. This is why I say, there's nothing you need to do to be what you are, but there is something you need to understand to stop being what you're not. We have been living so much of our life being what we're not, imagining what we are, being what we are not. Then in this very simple space at the moment, and don't think, okay, but I know this space, and no. Just be, not know it. Just be as you are. That is it, like this. And don't feel, okay, so now I know what it is. No. It's immeasurable. And yet, somehow it takes care of all things for you. It takes care of everything. Before you were trying to take care of everything as a person. You see? And because the person's trying to take care of everything, it's like the Supreme leaves the person to try and do it. And now you realize, wait a minute, but the person is not around anymore and things seems to be fine. How long it will take us before we realize this one? Somehow, without this person, which is our training, habit, conditioning, and so on, we, consciousness, took on this role of being this person who has all these things to do. Now, without the sense of person, something simply is. It simply is. And, okay, maybe other people, so to speak, like your family, some friends or someone may say, what's the matter with you? You're not running about, and and then you might think, oh my God, I don't want to look strange to them. Maybe I should look like I'm doing all these things. And this is how trouble came for many, like that, trying to keep up with the Joneses and the browns and the yellows and the pinks, like that. But a true state of being is when you're settled and happy in yourself,
And it doesn't matter so much. People say, oh, but why you don't go out anymore? And you're becoming a recluse and these things. You understand that they're speaking from ignorance and from foolish state. So don't be feeling, oh, but no, don't try to justify or explain your existence to such people. At the moment you just understand that they cannot understand what is going for you. And you only reassure them, my love, everything is fine, don't worry. You go take a rest. You see? Don't antagonize them. You say, oh, you're stupid, you don't know, you have to become spiritual. No, no, no. Tell them, you know, no, all is fine. But you go and take care of yourself. Everything is fine. And you stay like you are. You see? But you have to give people some reaction time and some space. Let them react and say all the things. But you stay as you are. And within this state, because don't say this state, nothing is happening and so on, so because that's the mind often speaking like that. Nothing is happening deliberately, but everything is flowing beautifully.
As it should. As it should.
As it has been all along. Even when you're in some flustered state, things are flowing along just fine. Just you don't have the mind to see it. Because the habit is we tend to split your mind or your attention goes to look for trouble. And then it focuses on trouble. And then you have the sense that you're unhappy. It is just habit, you see. This is your natural state is like that. You are free. You have always been free. But you have been acting bound.
25 years it took for me to realize this.
25 years. Yes, you save yourself a lot of trouble. You could have gone on for another 25 years.
Yeah, that is the reason why I came here. No, now I have to put a full stop.
This is
in spite of my health problems, I came. I came and I gave a chance for myself. Let me do it. See, I will turn, all the leaves are turned and then I will see what.
Yes. Yes. This is the most direct, the most simple. And this is why sometimes the mind tries to attack it so much, because it knows how powerful you are. Once you begin to recognize your true self again, it's a countdown for the psychological mind. He's going to try everything to sabotage your chance. But you always have the advantage, because yourself, your heart is real. Psychological mind is a concoction, it is not real. But it is a force, nevertheless, that works inside the domain of consciousness. It will bring up the energy of doubts, superstition, suspicion, fears, doubts, resistances. It will bring you a headache, it give you a headache. The mind can give you a headache. Suddenly you got a headache. Oh. Every time you think and feel freedom, headache come. You will try anything. But you don't need to fail, you know.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yes. You see, we know him very well. He's an international guy. He goes to every place. There's no place. He doesn't attack only human beings. Animal, insects also, they have their delusions also. But the human mind is his favorite place. Because in the human form, consciousness has its widest capacity demonstrating. You see? It's the most complex expression of consciousness on this planet. Most diverse. You conquer him here, he's conquered everywhere. And you've done it.
He's gone. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Very good. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thanks.
Wonderful.
think all this I made only to meet you.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
Where's your...
I was maybe all the practices, whatever I have done, was not fulfilling until it became so restless. Then I needed something, some correct answers. That's it. Either this or that.
Yes.
I'm so happy I met you.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
Me
then
too. I am happy always when I meet beings who they are here, they're ready, so ready, you see, ready. But little distractions keep you spinning, spinning, spinning. And just to cut something, and already all the capacity is in you. All the auspiciousness is in you, ready. You just need just the right guidance, a little bit, boom, boom, you're out of it.
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Very good. Very good. And I am very happy because I want the people to understand how simple it can be. Because all through your life, something is processing. You're either at the stage where you're still intimately involved in phenomena, or you are deeply attracted to the non-phenomenal source, to the spirit of truth. If you're in this road, on this path where you are deeply attracted to freedom and truth, it's something is very simple, but something is going to try and make it complicated. And you have to transcend that vice. You see? And the capacity is there, you see? One whack and he's out of the way. You stay like that. Huh?
I'm free.
Yes. Very, very good. Very good. Thank you. Enjoy. Enjoy, because only that will await, of course, as I said before. I mean, she is free, but the mind is going to come. He will come and he will try. But you just stay as you are. Don't touch anything, don't touch anything at all. You see? And see what happened to him. You see, when you stay in your heart, that altitude is too high for the psychological mind. He can't breathe here. The oxygen is too fine. You see, he has to go back down to lower regions. And don't follow him. You stay in the height of your being. Just like that, without identifying with anything, because you do not have to identify. You do not suffer nor lose anything by staying as you are like that. The unassociated being. Stay like that. And no power on the earth can overcome you. You will see. Everything we speak about is provable today. Today. Why? Because freedom is not a construction. It's not a development. It is an unveiling. It is a seeing. It is direct and it is immediate, you see. You're not creating freedom. You're recognizing freedom. This is the difference. If we stay in the paradigm of the seeker who is getting there, that is also an expression of consciousness. You're growing, you're getting, and trying, and so on. That is also an authentic, that's consciousness in its role as the evolutionary seeker. But it is also a dream. Don't dismiss that. It is a divine dream, as everything is. It is beautiful and ugly. Both sides. You cannot just choose what you want. You cannot just pick, because if you pick and choose what you want, still not knowing who you are, your choices will still be corrupted, because the chooser is corrupt. Once you see that the one he is even choosing also is phenomenal, but what watches him cannot be described, then you're in the correct zone. So good, so good. You better come then. I haven't even started reading my letters yet. Namaste, darling. This one, nice. Nice one. You have letter as well too?
Yes.
Okay.
I just feel this beautiful fire inside, and
Yeah.
I've been trying to hold it back and just take pictures, but something just...
Erupt.
Yes.
Erupt. Okay.
And this has been there like since yesterday very strongly.
Beloved Father, I come to you today to ask you to please dispel all illusions and darkness that still hold on to the idea of being separate from you. You have to come to me, my Lord. I ran out of moves and I have no other desire but to be entirely dissolved in your light. I cannot touch past nor future and not even present. I cannot touch anything that belongs to the world of forms. Please, my Lord, let me be your timeless presence. O saints and sages, awaken me to your light. O Yamuna, holy river, let your gracious waters wash me pure. O Buddha, cut all the concepts of the minds and immerse me in your silent wisdom. O Christ, ignite your compassionate love inside my heart. O my beloved Master, let me be entirely one with you. Let your eternal light and truth shine inside my heart, so I can never forget the kiss of God. Come to me, my Lord, and take me all the way home. With immense love and gratitude, at your feet, Yamuna. How can such a prayer be left unanswered? Huh? You must not forget that this is something came from your heart. You must not forget, because God cannot forget. So it must be you who forget. When you write these things and you are not a poet, then he cannot avoid you. Please, my Lord, let me be your timeless presence. You are. O saints and sages, awaken me to your light. You are. O Yamuna, holy river, let your gracious waters wash me pure. You have. They have. O Buddha, cut all the concepts of the mind and immerse me in your silent wisdom. It is done. It's done. They can't not answer, you see. O Christ, ignite your compassionate love inside my heart. Consider it done. O my beloved Master, let me be entirely one with you. It is so. Let your eternal light and truth shine inside my heart, so I can never forget the kiss of God. Come to me, my Lord, and take me all the way home. How much distance to home? Which direction we will go to go home now? In what direction we will go? Orik or Dimira? No distance to cover, you see. Your words were answered before they were written even. Do you have the heart to understand this? If I cut off my arm, can it go live by itself without me? If you are cut off from God, can you exist at all? Your life is the evidence of God's presence. Why to doubt this? The doubter itself is unreal. Why not doubt the doubter? Why believe the doubter? And don't just wait for the answer the mind wants. Because the mind is a fraud. If you give him the exact answer he appears to want, he will find, no, it's something else he wants. Don't try to satisfy the mind's desire. You cannot satisfy him. The only thing the mind in some way can play, the role he can play now, is to create a sense of longing inside the heart, which is the sweetness. You see? When the lover smells the perfume of the beloved, then how long can separation last? You see?
Yes, because I feel you in my heart.
It is sad, no? What caused me to feel separation from you is my perceiving of you as you and not as I. What causes this sense of separation is my persistent perceiving you as you and not as myself. And what trouble it causes with this separation? Ignorance, fear, arrogance, all of these things come. And discern that some things that we feel we want, sometimes just the mind is making things up. They're not true. You're not needing anything at all. Because this psychological mind will always make you feel something is missing, something is lacking, you see, to keep you on the treadmill of delusions, you see. The Lord Jesus Christ, he say what? Come to me, all you who are heavily burdened, and I will give you rest. What it mean like that? Because he is rest. He is peace. Yes, come to me. All who are heavily laden, and I will give you rest. It is the truth inside your heart. Everyone who comes to satsang, you're in a state of awakening. You're in a stage of awakening. You see? Just wiping the final leftover of sleep from your eyes. When you put your trust like that, even as you sleep, you're being cured of delusion. Even as you sleep. Because you open the path for grace by not relying upon your mind or upon your ego.
You have done it for me, my Lord. I have not done anything.
Sweet are the tears of the one who is lying in the bosom of God. Sometimes we become attached to the longing. It's a bittersweetness there. Some people are afraid that one day the longing will go, and then what will they do when the longing is gone? Because they are so attached to the remembering and the urge and the aspiration and you see? This is also God's play.
Even the longing I offer.
Yeah. Yes.
In that there's still two.
Then when you've offered up the longing and it is immediately accepted, then what do you know? And now you are in the wordless place. You are in the wordless place. So you only have to marinate in your own juice. You only must marinate in your own juice. Nobody you can talk to about this. Nobody you can talk to about this. Maybe you can talk to the insects. You can't talk, or the cat or something, but you cannot talk to any person, they will not understand you.
Thank you so much.
talk so much about these things. It's too much. Thank you. Dear Sri Mooji, I am divorced and I'm looking for a life partner. I am divorced and I'm looking for a life partner, a companion that will be compatible for spiritual awakening as well as post-awakening. Am I creating my own pain? Am I creating my own future pain as well as obstacles to the primary goal of self-realization? Any advice? With gratitude, Arish. Arish, sorry. I am divorced and I'm looking for a life partner. A companion that will be compatible for spiritual awakening. This is also a good thing. At least you're looking for someone who is somehow compatible with your journey, because who will not disturb your path, because there are some people, they're in relationships with someone who is molesting them on their path, They don't want you, they don't like you to be meditating, they make joke of you and your shrine and this type of thing, you see. So I'm looking for a life partner, a companion that will be compatible with spiritual awakening, as well as post-awakening, after awakening. But you can't plan this type of thing, You cannot plan it. So am I creating my own future pain as well as obstacles to the primary goal of self-realization? Any advice? With gratitude, Harish. In a sense, yes. It seems a noble desire to find someone who will walk in the same path with you. It's understandable, but it is not realistic. You see, you focus on your path, you see, and leave everything to divine will. And then if it is written in your, on your journey, your prarabdha karma or something, then the right person will come for you. You will not waste time kissing frogs. Because usually they say the prince come or the princess come. Am I creating my own future pain as well? If you are dwelling on that, you see, if you're dwelling on that, then you have like a shared goal. It may seem as though they're kind of one because you're searching for someone who's on the same path and so on, but by a lot of energy is wasted like that. Just keep going and then let the life join you. Let everything follow you, you see. But you first go for the thing you want the most, which is that you want to, you put it here, in fact, that the primary goal of self-realization in the advice. This is it. Don't complexify, don't confuse or, complicate your path. You see? Because otherwise the man will go, look, you're never going to find, you see, who's ever heard of, Buddha in relationship and all this stuff. So yeah. If I'm totally free, maybe I won't want. You see, all these things mind, you see. So that would be the advice. And but thanks for writing about that also. Beloved Master, I stood up in India, the words, I am free, came out. And you answered, I have been noticing you. Now, as very strong and difficult things happen to my children, in bracket, one with health, and the other is in difficulty with the police, close bracket, life shows me I am so much in my attachment to these two wonderful beings. I ask, can you talk about this, please? In this place of so much attachment, I find myself on my knees at your feet asking, please help us all. Can you also say something about drugs for my son, as we will be watching? I love you and thank you, Satyam. See? And very strong, difficult things happen to my children. One with health, others is in a difficulty with the police. Life shows me I am so much in my attachment to these wonderful beings. It is so important because the very things that create such pain, you have to use them to be established in yourself. Don't just look for remedy first. Look for the ultimate remedy is to discover your true nature. It may not feel very appealing. You may feel that the urgency right now is to address this issue with my son. And you must do what you can. But your attention must always be on the realization of the self also. Because with that, it will come, wisdom will make its way into your actions, will be informed by forces that you could not conceive of. You could not conceive of them, you see. And I remember some years ago, I think my son was like 16 or 17 years old. And they went to one party, this is in London, many young people there. And then what happened is that the police came there because a fight broke out at just outside this place, this house. And then the police came and arrested everybody, actually. The whole house full of kids, they took all of them. Some of them they let go, but they took all of them and they took them to the station. Then we heard about this. I got in the car, drove down to Peckham police station. And it was full of parents in the night at 11:30, and they were shouting and they were angry and so my God, what is going on? I parked my car. I walked straight to the police station and I said, my son Jevan is here. Oh yes, Mr. Mooji, please come. Went right inside, and then we went, and he with his friends were there. They said, oh yes, it's him, come. So he's coming. I said, this one also. They're all friends together. He says, okay, fine. Then all of them came out. We came walking through the place very peacefully. Yes, good evening, thank you very much, sir, and everything. In the car, went home, left the parents shouting outside and everything like that. Because something just says, go and do it. Go like this and do. No anger was felt. I didn't ask to explain it. I didn't want to know nothing. I didn't know anything about it. Even my son didn't explain what about. In the car, everybody was. So now, very strong and difficult things happening to my children. One with health problems, and the other is in difficulty with the police. You know? Life shows me I am so much in my attachment to these two wonderful beings. Yes, I can ask you to talk about this, please. Yes. Attachment is one of the serpent of attachment has bitten all the beings in the world. It's very difficult. It said that even one sage had to send his own son to another sage. For him to train him and become awake when his father could have done it because of attachment. You see? First from the son could not accept the father. You see, like, you're too much father to be my guru. You see? I don't think the attachment was so much coming from the sage. I don't feel like this. He had to send him to another sage. He said, please go on there. Attachment, you know. In this place of so much attachment, I find myself on my knees at your feet, ask him to help us. Yes. I pray help come for you, come with you. In whatever form it best can take, it will come. But sometimes we have to live through some of the most beautiful beings. Their past was not so nice. A lot of trouble in the beginning, turn out so beautiful. Some start out angels, turn out later big trouble. We don't know. All of us give trouble. When you live as ego, we cause some trouble. You have to wake up. Everybody has to wake up. To give the world a break. Can you also say something about drugs for my son? As we will be watching. I don't know how old he is, but he sounds like teenager, many young teenagers now. I don't know where you live also. But it seems so much part of the culture. I was talking to one girl, she came with her mother, she talked on one Skype about this. That there's a lot of pressure at school for her to be going out with these friends and drinking alcohol when she doesn't want it. She says, I don't want it. And also, I like studying. She says, I like studying, but they make fun. Bookworm and all this time they call her and so on. And she says, but I enjoy studying. I don't want to drink. But I have a lot of pressure that I must do this. And some people, they don't like it. They don't want to drink, but they drink to, to not be left out and so on. We have to try this sometimes. But it's beautiful when you find your own way, especially a young person who has found, a balanced way. In our culture, here in the West. In other places, not so much like that. I've been to more countries now where I see things a little bit more even Portugal is quite a gentle place actually compared to much places in Europe also. And it creeps in everywhere. This type of thing. What is important is that the best thing you can learn something out of having gone through that. Sometimes you have to clear up some early stuff or some karma stuff early, and the rest comes clear. So Satyam. Oh, every good blessing for you and your family and your boys. Let's see what it is now. I have been a devotee. Sorry. I think my eyes are jumping, Maybe it's the other last one of that. I've been a devotee to Mooji for several years. I am just now getting into presence and staying with I-amness, of amness. He would call it incubating. The opportunity to join the Peace Corps volunteering program happened effortlessly. However, the Peace Corps requires teaching and a lot of mind work. I want to continue to incubate within myself while mind does what it needs while I'm in the Peace Corps. What's Peace Corps? Huh? No, it's CORPS. Yes, in the US. Okay. So I want to continue to incubate within myself while mind does what it needs while I'm in the Peace Corps. I see that things happen and there is a witnessing of it all, but I don't want to be pulled into mind while it needs to be used. Do you have any insights or recommendations to continue the marinating process? Unfortunately, I cannot zip myself in a sleeping bag for a couple of days. However, I can do that right now before I go. I love you all and everything you do. K Shabai. K Shabai. K Shabai. I'm just getting into presence and staying with I amness. As you are discovering presence and some effort, it seems in the beginning, to stay present with the I amness, because like a reflex, the attention is used to going back to the person. So in the beginning it feels like some effort, some exercise is needed, but very quickly it becomes natural, the feeling of being. And also so much joy and space is there that there's a natural attraction to want to stay there, you see. So he's saying that I would usually refer to this as incubating. The opportunity to join the Peace Corps volunteering program happened effortlessly. However, the Peace Corps requires teaching and a lot of mind work. I want to continue to incubate within myself while mind does what it needs while I'm in the Peace Corps. So you want to be able to stay. It is possible, of course, but only after a while as you mature in the state of presence. Then less energy will go to what you may call being distracted, you know. The distraction power will again weaken, and after a while you will not feel distracted by things when they move, because you'll be so steady and so balanced, you know. So I want to continue to incubate within myself while mind does what it needs while I'm in the Peace Corps. I see that things happen and that there is witnessing of it all. So if you see that things happening and the witnessing also you're perceiving, the function of witnessing also you're perceiving, then right there you must stay in this place. Confirm yourself that you are before even the witness. Because what he says like this, you say like that, no? I see that things happen and there is a witnessing of it all. So if I see the things happening and even that the witnessing of it is taking place, whatever you are must be even something more subtle. Then you must stop right there and anchor, digest your seeing, confirm your seeing over and over again. Don't just quickly jump over it. You know, stand firm in what you have just said here, like that, you see. That even that I see that things happen and there is a witnessing of it all that is seen. Who is witnessing the witness even? Yeah. Don't go upstairs. Just stay here. And try to understand. Try to see, you see, and something will open up there. This is very important, no? But I don't want to be pulled into mind while it needs to be used. So I want to use my mind, but I don't want to identify. This is also totally possible. You can use your mind, but not be used by your mind. First thing is to discern the difference between yourself and your mind. You can be without the mind in this troublesome aspect, but it cannot be without you. You must be the greater power. So therefore, identify with the greater thing. You see, that witnesses the mind. It's not the mind is witnessing you. Mind cannot exist independent of you. But you are there before and independent of that mind play. Just these few pointers now, you see them over and over and look and confirm over and over and see what happened. You're burning all the calories of identity right there. One bonfire you're doing. You see, this is not difficult work. In fact, it's such a deliciously happy work because you can feel the benefits immediately. As I said, this is a tree that bears immediate fruit. You can feel it, oof, the space that comes as you see this, no? Do you have any insights or recommendations to continue the marinating process? Yes, happening. All what I've said now, you should take it in now, you see? Kaya Shabai. Unfortunately, I cannot zip myself in a sleeping bag for a couple of days. However, I can do that right now before I go, then do it now. And stay in it invisibly. So outside your body, carry on doing that, but inside you're in your sleeping bag. You follow or not like that? Because we don't have to tell everything. Outside you're out there doing and, whatever. Inside you're in your sleeping bag. What a secret. What a beautiful secret. Yes, thank you. Inside. Dear Mooji, I have a little bit of time to dedicate to myself each day. And I try to use this time well by sharing your satsang and listening to your teachings through books and videos. In my own small way, I thank life for all the vicissitude and the gifts it brought to me. Everything took me here now. And today I could write this letter to you. I don't have questions, only gratitude. Emanuela from Italy. P.S. Your way of telling about your mommy and the fact she's passed away moved me deeply and taught me what grace is. Yes. Very nice. Dear Mooji, what is the cause of an automatic reaction when, in the company of some people, mostly those I consider better than me, that's in brackets seers, mediums, and enlightened people, my throat contracts and my system shut down, like a snail retreating into its shell in case I am seen. In case I'm seen. Did you understand this one? Yeah. So they're asking what is the cause of that automatic reaction when in the company of some people, mostly those I consider to be better than me, like the seers and the mediums and enlightened people, my throat contract and my systems shut down, like a snail retreating into its shell in case I am seen. My smile becomes false, my lips are just stretching, no joy springing forth. Everything is upsetting. The face becomes a mask. I am hiding inside somewhere. This is not love. But in my heart, I have a lot of compassion and love. When I see you on a video, my heart expands. If I were to see you for real, I would shrink as above. What is this? How can I get rid of it? Thank you, Jeannie from France. So, Jeannie wants to come out of the bottle. You have to rub it. So, what to do? This thing happens with some people. They come to satsang and they even say, I like the YouTube Mooji. Because when we meet, some sort of tightness come, they'd feel afraid or something like that. Anybody here feel like that? One is there, another one is there, 1, 2, any more, 3, oh my God, Jesus. And this one here, 4, 5, like this. What do you think is going to happen? Another one at the back also. I've been trying to find out what is going on. Can somebody tell me, enlighten me about it, please? What is going on? Come up and tell me.
I can give you an example of
Yes.
something like this. Like, you know, it's like coming to Sahaja. You know, spontaneously there is an invitation to come, and of course it's like a yes. It's you know, come to Sahaja, and you know, to spend some time there, and all the time being these trips coming about how I'm going to live in Sahaja and what job I'm going to do, and it's like a struggle. Somewhere there's a struggle. It's not total. And
And do you normally live like that when you're in your daily life elsewhere?
it depends.
Okay.
It's been both. Sometimes it's been like very clear and trust, whatever, you know, just a flow.
Okay.
And sometimes it's been these trips, struggles
Okay.
that have come like this.
And somebody, you say something, you also, what happened?
I've been here, this is the third time I've been here, and I want to ask you a question. Ever since it is, do you believe Ganja should be legalized? And this is my question. and I didn't manage to find the courage to interfere with a lot of people. But well, I see this plant here, and it's keep on asking me, say it.
I think if you smoke this one, you're not going. You're going to have a big headache if you smoke that one. But you want to ask me if I feel that ganja should be legalized? But is that the question? Why you're afraid to ask me?
So I don't know what's happening with him, but perhaps he feels constrained because he doesn't want to mix with the energies. Or I don't know.
Something sees what's happening outside, and but something inside just wants freedom. Just wants freedom.
I just want to.
And,
Yes. So he's asking, do I think that marijuana should be legalized? Where? Everywhere.
but if you want to smoke it, you can smoke it.
No.
Smoke
I
it.
was convicted as a criminal because I smoked. So
okay.
it's really important for me to understand what is Mooji's position regarding
Well, I don't really have any strong opinion about that. I don't have anything against it. I mean, there are things that are worse. I think alcohol is far worse than marijuana, to be honest with you. You can see it every day, the destructiveness. It destroys families and stuff like that all over the place. You know, I don't think marijuana, I think it just makes you hungry. and I think it makes you believe you're wise and things like that. And I feel that, and then, what else did I say? Then you lose your thread of thought very easily, you know, something confused or something. I don't see anything about that. I don't know what it was. In my town, in England, in fact, of all the places in England, a few years ago, the government decided to try out the legalization of marijuana in Brixton. Okay? I told you about my town already. Did you know that? No.
Because everyone smokes ganja in Brixton anyway.
No, but not openly on the street. There's nowhere in England that it is legal. But they decided to try it in London, and they tried it in my town. And people come from all over and smoking outside the police station and stuff like that. They wanted to try it. But apart from that, I don't know anything about that. You see, I don't have any strong opinion about that. Maybe more, I would say something like about alcohol and stuff like this, probably, I would see. But then we have to look beyond that. It's not just the thing, alcohol, you know, it's just that is just trying to deal with another problem that we're not looking at. You have to go to that problem. Why the problem is there enough to make people want to drink. You cannot separate them, you see. Yeah. Okay, so then I was talking about the people who are afraid. Where is it, Malcolm? So they say, my smile becomes my lips. Okay, so this person saying, so mostly the people I consider better than me, seers, medium, enlightened people, my throat contracts and my system shuts down like a snail retreating into its shell in case I am seen. My smile becomes false, my lips are just stretching, no joy springing forward, everything is upsetting, my face becomes a mask, I am hiding inside somewhere. This is not love. But in my heart, I have a lot of compassion and love. When I see you on video, my heart expands. If I were to see you for real, I would shrink as above. You see? What is going on? You see? Is it fear? Somebody hear someone say fear?
Well, I can speak from my experience. I think the first time I met you in real, not in YouTube, and I was saying goodbye, I was talking to you. And you told me, hey, Ananda, why don't you tell me these things in front of everyone? It's like in Satsang, you have to expose yourself. And then I told you, well, I feel like naked in front of you, Guruji. And you tell me, okay, but what you give importance to me are like mosquitoes around. I can see them. I see the Buddha in front of me. And then I felt really relaxed because one thing that I think it happens to us, at least at the beginning, is that we feel so naked in front of no one like you. Because of your vibration is so pure that even if we are people that normally stay in your presence, because of, I think, your energy, the darkness, the shadows start to stir, start to remove.
What I wanted to say about this like this, because the reason why I ask is because I don't have any judgment against anybody.
I know.
You understand? It's not like, you smoke marijuana. Oh, stand over there. I don't have any kind of stuff like this. Where, you see, it is something is coming from the mind. Something comes up from in the mind that, something. So I wanted to hear from you what it is, what come up in some people want to come. Please come and let's just get this over and done with what this thing is, because I want to, it's been there, not troubling me, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't go away, come darling. Yeah,
Guruji, it seems sometimes that, like how you said, adopt a kind of defensive or protective internally when we see, like we always flinch, like to kind of protect some image we have of ourselves or something that's not true. And it seems just more of a self-preservation of the wrong idea we have.
Trying to preserve the wrong self.
Yes. Just that automatic reflex, although it's seen, sometimes it comes up with you or other members of the Sangha as well.
Yes.
And just kind of defensive or not being totally true.
Yes.
And then somehow to try to, like your punches aren't landing somehow.
Mm-hmm.
That it's kind of just trying to cover the ears or something that, in that way. So just thought to bring it forward.
So how should I be with you then?
The way you, yes. I'm thankful that it can come out and I can speak it now.
Good.
And just, because I'm aware of it, but it's just always in the back or hiding somehow like that. So just to bring it up.
Because I want you to be free of it, because it also, your body language conveys something, It's like the body language conveying something. I was saying, I want you just to be relaxed, and not like this, but there will always be something also there, But some of it is not true, Something is okay to be there.
Sometimes that, like from previous experiences with masters, that it's good to have some healthy fear, and it's good to have some respect and to show some distance, like that. But then sometimes I see that it's coming out just as a fake or as a
this is
in that way. Like when I see you in the cart, I just like this, but sometimes it's not. It's not true.
Yes.
And then it's just.
Yeah, and energetically it feels different also. You pick it up something. No, you want to say something also? Yeah. Thank you for that, Gadi.
I feel that is when we are around someone like you, something deep knows that we are around of our own truth somehow.
Something knows it what?
That we are around of our own truth also. And I think like the mind creates a lot of ideas and we just believe in them when we are especially around people that we know that they emanate love. And somehow then after we have believed in those kind of ideas, it's more difficult to meet our own self like it is. Because a lot of deep sensations go in the body and then afterwards we are like really afraid to meet the body like that. Because it's so deep and so frightening. So this is, from my experience, it's
but
like
then
that.
when you come and you're in this kind of environment where I'm living and we're seeing each other every day, what you do?
I just come and talk.
Huh?
I just come and talk.
Yeah, it's good. Okay. Mm-hmm. You can say something.
I try to expose this so many times. Sometimes there's a strange fear coming up out of nowhere, and in the moment when I start to think about exposing it, it grows so much that I don't. And
And do you have to expose everything?
no,
Isn't the very fact that sometimes something comes up and you can only expose your identity with it? That's all you have to do. The thing coming up is just something coming up. And it comes and it goes. Everything come, go. But sometimes it come and it's already gone, but now you're talking about the memory of it. But the thing has gone already. You see, you're perpetuating it through the memory of it. And the memory keeps it a strange aliveness about something that is gone. Naturally it went. You see? It's only what you may call a kind of asana, which is something that's reoccurring each time it comes back. And when I use a term like it holds the beingness hostage, which means that when it comes and you feel locked into that, it's like you're so strongly identified with it that somehow whatever I speak with you seem not to be able to come through.
it's not always.
No.
It's just sometimes.
Nothing is always, and everything comes from nowhere.
So the best is to ignore it.
If you can. If you cannot, then you must investigate it. There are some things you can simply ignore. Just don't engage. And then somehow all the life goes out of it. But there are some things, if you turn away from them, they keep showing up here. And this one you must investigate and find out, okay, for whom is this one? Who is afraid of this one? Why it is following around. Like that. And bring it out in Satsang and say this thing, and then we can look together. No? Because strangely, I'm not so interested only exposing. Because it's not a big deal. Most things is not a big deal to expose. If it's exposed and it went away, sometimes you expose something and it's gone. It comes out into the light and it's gone. No? But sometimes it's... and then some people like exposing, like it.
May I ask you another question?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if I heard it correctly, what you said in the first part. Like, what is seeing nothingness and everythingness?
Yes.
You asked that, no?
Yes.
And then you said, isn't it love? You said that?
Not there. Now put the love is another place. But love is there. Love is everywhere. There also.
So that love and awareness is same?
Yes, I put them together also. Sometimes at a certain stage you can say anything, You can say that it is love that gives awareness. It's awarenessness, and makes it alive and warm. Otherwise, it can be dry, and it's like that.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. This love is like the pulse. It's like a body without warmth. If it's just dry knowledge, then the love part of it that arises from the heart, like this, it gives it the pulse and it just makes it authentic somehow. They go together, like the flower and the fragrance. Thank you. Very good. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for letting me speak to this because it's been on my mind. You made a statement a week and a half or 2 weeks ago where you said that you at one point were holding your master back.
Holding the master back.
You were like this, and I've really done a lot of inquiry and looking at my time at Monty Sahaja the last 3 weeks and my relationship with you, and I've really seen how I am a chameleon. I can fit into many roles, and I've just been turning the crystal to show you different sides that my ego wanted approval of. And what really occurred to me today is what a load of BS all that is.
What?
A load of garbage all that is.
Oh, okay,
and the only truth that went with the second part of that statement you made about holding your master back was then you said that you became the evidence of your master's teachings.
Yes, yes.
And while I'm not my master, it really came to me today that if I can only be if I am the evidence of my master's teachings, that's the only side I want to show you. That's the only side I am.
Yes.
And that prayer at the end of the satsang just rips me apart every time. Because in Rishikesh you told me to be a source of light and not agitation.
Yes.
And I can't tell you what that's done, but the prayer just rips me open, and it's myself just oozing and pouring out. And there's times in these satsang with vibrations so high, I don't even know if I can take it. So my prayer is just to be the evidence of my master's teachings. And that's the only side I want you to that's the only side I ever have to show you.
Yes.
And I love you so much.
I love you too so much.
Thank you for having me here. It's a river of grace. I mean, I'm telling you, a river. And I'm going to end up in the ocean.
You got the T-shirt on as well.
We'll go surfing down there. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Ask you something more, sorry.
You're not afraid of me at all, are you? She's gone the other way now. Okay, go on and tell me. Yeah.
Well, something's been playing around with leaving Portugal, or coming or going, or where I should be. And I guess I just really wanted to ask you, if it's okay to leave, or I don't know, it doesn't sound, I don't know, just these things playing around in...
Everybody is free. Everyone is free. And what is important is that it is not my wish that anyone should leave without being established in the heart. Then you can go anywhere, anytime you want. You see? Everyone is free, and I love that freedom, because also I enjoyed myself for the freedom to go. You see? And sometimes I may say to someone, no, you stay for a few more days. I want you to stay a few more days, for some. But everyone is free, and I honor that freedom in everybody. But if it is up to me, I would prefer, that, and I know it is perhaps not realistic, but my heart say that I am not in any way willing from my side that anyone should leave without going away with what you came here for. If what you came here for is that pure, irrefutable clarity of being, like that. But it is not in my power to ensure that everyone does.
Well,
it is just in my
feel
power
this. Yes.
to turn my face fully to you.
I don't feel that it's fully clear. Like there's still so many trips coming and being so consumed in this energies, and I feel, but also I feel like it's been quite a struggle to stay here. Like it's not easy. It's every time I try, it's not open for me to be here. And
this is something that's caused by your own mind. There are some beings that cannot imagine to live apart from the Sahaja inside their heart. You see. And Sahaja, I must remind you, means the natural state. One's natural state. And wherever you go, you're in the light of your own being. So this is what is so beautiful, and it is so simple also. You see? But not simple in the sense of, oh, you should get it because it's only this and that. Because I understand the forces that are working, you see. There are forces that are working internally, you see. You don't need anybody else to be working against you. Forces within your own self is concocting all type of nonsenses to create delusions which you believe for a while and entertain in other times and so on. And it takes a little time to blow them out, you know. This is understood as well, you see.
thank you.
That's good. But free, you are free all the time. Okay, sir, I am Utkarsh Jha. I'm 24 years old and I have been on a spiritual journey for the last 3 years. I've had many flashes of truth. The mind is still there, but a kind of space or nothingness has come about in lots. I really want to go to the end of it, but sir, my family is dragging me into doing a job. And sir, I really don't want to go for a job right now. Please, sir, what do I do? Because I know I can't do anything else. Also, sir, I have a great desire to meet you. Can you tell me when you will come to India? Inshallah, we will go back to India maybe in middle February, maybe March, April, go maybe for 5 weeks in Rishikesh again, perhaps. I'd love to go back to Tiruvannamalai. We don't know at this point. But yes, I'm 24 years old and I have a spiritual journey for 3 years. I've been at many flashes of truth. The mind is still there, but a kind of space or nothingness as it's appearing. Is it a nothingness? Already these are the signs. This is the confetti, in fact, that is being thrown. When you see the confetti, you know that the marriage is about to take place, isn't it? When you have already have these, the space of nothingness is present, I really want to go to the end of it, but sir, my family is dragging me into doing a job. And sir, I really don't want to go for a job right now. Sometimes you don't want to go for this. You prioritize, no, I have to stay for this. People say, but you're being lazy, you're not doing the thing you should do, you're responsible, what are we going to do? We brought you up as a good, fine citizen and person. Look at you now, you're falling into, don't you turn out to be one of those hairy babas on the street and they give you trouble. But if in your heart, this is what you do, you must go for this. You see? You would think that our families, if they really understood what is going on inside you, especially as you're waking up, you see, they would spend everything to support your spiritual journey. Because how many jobs we have had, and what have they brought about? It's okay to have a job and all of this, but if you have that burn inside for the truth, your job may last a few years, you do whatever, but your realizations will last you all your life. Nobody sees the point in that. A being who is blissfully happy, irrespective of whatever situation, circumstances arise for them, who is full of kindness and love and wisdom and the bright light of the self. No, go get a job. Sometimes a job is not the thing that you need. Please, what do I do? Because I know I cannot do anything else. Also, sir, I have a great desire to meet you. Can you come? Can you tell me when you will come to India? Yeah, we cannot say for sure, but we've been doing this now for the last, I don't know how many years, 12 years, 13 years, every year going to India. So it's likely it may happen again this coming season to go back. It's a chance we have of meeting the many beings who are, maybe India is the best chance they have to meet, like this. You want to come and say something? Hi.
I love you, Mooji.
Yeah, I love you too.
I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, good.
When you asked who was afraid to come close to you,
Yeah.
inside of me I had a voice saying, I'm not afraid. But my hand was wanting to come up saying, yes, I am afraid. And that's the main reason I'm here, because I asked myself, but why are you afraid? And something came like, oh, he's going to see the lies you have inside. I said, lies? If I have lies, I want to come up because I don't want to have lies. So this was coming. And then another thing that came was, oh, you're going to act stupid in front of him. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. So I'm going up there, and if I'm stupid or if I'm afraid, my body is shivering. But I said, no, I have to go there because I want the truth and I want to be true to myself. I don't want to hide anything else.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful to be close to you, Mooji. I'm so grateful you are in Portugal. And what you make me feel.
Yes.
Very, very, very.
Yes. It is so good to feel that also. And, that you push through these voices, because they can hold you down if you let them, You'll end up just being a recluse inside this meat suit. You're inside, and you sometimes have to rise to the challenge like that, to come forward and say, no, I'm not having this. And what is it to look stupid anyway? Sometimes you take the risk and you see. But so much fear has come, to do with maybe our upbringing and not to look stupid in front of people, and you think the people are judging you and that I am judging and so on. And quite frankly, I don't see these things. When I see you, I see the self. The self is beautiful, the self.
I feel that the people that are afraid to come close to you, the being, we are the ones that judge ourselves constantly.
Perhaps, huh? Perhaps
well, I
something
talk
is
about
there.
myself.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Mooji. Thank you so,
Thank
so,
you.
so.
Thank you.
Can I
So-
hug you?
Yeah, of course you have to do that now. And, thank you, my love. Thank you so much. Oh, so good, so good.
You smell very good.
Ah, yeah. Mooji, I don't know how to say this, so I will just say it as it comes within my heart to express it. I love you so much. My heart burns tremendously to face your stare without escape or excuses to hold on to what does not serve truth anymore. Let this fire consume me in front of my master, the presence which burns everything swiftly, leaving no space for what is not fresh and true to what is. I have absolutely no money at all. Have been trying to get a ride for Sunday Satsang, but since I always say that I wouldn't be able to share any of the expenses, no answer arises. As much as this letter can touch you, let our paths cross. May the powers that be allow our encounter to take place, an encounter that truly serves what is true. Let the demons burn. Let them burn. Burn, demons, burn. Please reach out, beloved Master, for I am the one you have been looking for. It is true. Wholeheartedly, David, your son. But is David in Portugal? Are you in Portugal, David? Answer. Because I don't know where you are. If it is some place where somebody can come and pick you up, then I want to know about it and that you come. No? I mean, if you're in Israel, it's different. I don't know. But if you are in Portugal, we can get you to come. Isn't it? You must say that also on it, because I look here, it doesn't say. It's a Hotmail address, so it doesn't say where. David Galan. Is that Portuguese name? Galan, Galan. Is that Portuguese name? Spanish. A lift from Spain. Maybe you can do. Okay, we'll look into that. I'm very open for that. How are we doing? Yes? Mm-hmm.
Mooji,
Hi.
you know, I just want to look you in the face, because one of the first times you talked to me, you said, "Do you have trouble receiving?" And I thought, oh. But every time I see you, I don't take in how much love there is there, and it's just so wonderful to be able to do that. And the other day, you were going by in the cart, and I was just like, "Oh, thank you," and you waved at me, and then I was like, "Oh," like you went away down the hill, and it was like this lack of trust came up in me that I want to just let go of forever, because it's just baloney, you know. It's just more.
Let's shake on it. Look, simple gone. It's gone like that. Look at it. And my letter is gone now. Peace on up for me. Like that. Okay. Most beloved Guruji, since I started to walk on the self-inquiry path, many things happened. All I ever know or believed in doesn't exist anymore. Since I came back from the Zimar retreat, a state of numbness appeared, and I find it very hard to return. You told me, after you read a letter of mine, that I will do it, and that gave me the certainty that I will be able to do it. Now, in this moment, I find it very hard to pass through all the states of the mind. Why you have to pass through all the states of the mind? Let them pass through you. My husband is your faithful devotee. His name is Bogdan. Who is Bogdan? He's here? I know. This name is very, very well known to me. and he wrote you many letters. I have for him a very deep love and powerful devotion, and he helped me in many moments of disbelief. My desire and determination to find the truth is total, but I realize now that a part of my desire is there because I want to follow my husband anywhere as always. I know that it is not a healthy thing to do, but the devotion for him brought me up here. At this point, I don't think that it will help me anymore. Something needs to be changed. All seems so untrue, and the only true I know is you, beloved Guruji. Please help me, beloved Father, because I don't know what to do from here. With much love and endless gratitude, Roxana. It's a strong thing to confess. I came really because I'm so devoted also to my husband, but through him I came here also. But then it is saying, I know that this is not a healthy thing to do, but the devotion for him brought me up here. At this point, I don't think that it will help me anymore. Something needs to be changed. What needs to be changed? You must find the truth for yourself. You see? Because many times people, they come and they want to find the thing together. You see? They say, we want to find it together. But then sometimes one go before, find it and say, hey, come, look what I found. And the other one comes and say, whoa, it's good. And they find together, sometimes like this. And sometimes one find and the other one resists, you see. We never know how it's going to play. You see? You have to be strong somehow. You grow strong. You know, even through pain, you develop a strength. You see. And that strength is a great joy also. Even if there's pain behind it, there's a great power. Because you realize you're going through something, and or something is passing through your being, and you know, you are called, you know. If you're not called, you can't come. You would not have interest. You would be doing something else. Why are you coming here on a Sunday in the heat of the day? Coming because something is calling you, you know. And it's calling you to win yourself back from, you know, from states of delusion which cause us to suffer and to, you see. Yeah, yes, please come. Yeah.
There are many things in this satsang that feel like coming here. But I don't know if any of them is really worth to waste the opportunity of really come as I am to you. It feels like, it feels in a way like I've been avoiding you since I met you actually. More like avoiding something in me that you reflect or... And all these issues like are orbiting around this coursing somehow.
Yes.
And I see myself lately like taking choices that don't really come close to sahaja or to the physical living around you. And they seem to be justified here and there, but they also become bigger and imply like movement, geographical movement. And though I feel like always I'm following the pointing, the satsangs online or whatever, I'm really not sure of what I am doing or what is doing these So in a sense, maybe some big chopping has to happen, or I don't know. I just, at least to come in front of you like this.
Yeah, it is good that you come, because, you know, this is why I say that you have to win yourself back. Because we don't know when these things have started, you know. This is an ancient fight that's been going on for thousands of years, eons of time. Beings have been struggling against that adversary, the enemy within. You don't need one without. That is continuously dragging your attention to stay on transient things and to make them seem like they are worth something in themselves, apart from that the immaculate truth. It's been going on for a very long time. I don't know when it started. Maybe we don't know when it starts. But in a way, it starts every time the consciousness wakes up every morning. It's like this world starts again. You know? And it is some force that for a long time it will play like that. We don't know how many lives are behind you. You don't know, or does anybody know? You think it is the first time on this planet? We don't know. It is said that the Supreme One, you know, dims the light of memory of the lives previously tasted, so that you can get on in this one, to do the work you have to do in this one. We don't know. Some beings have a flash of their existence or several existences. We don't know all these things. What you do know is you're here now. And that somehow there are forces flowing here which are trying somehow to keep you just being a person. And none of this would have been happening if the mind didn't have the power to pretend to be the self, to imitate the heart, the self. And that the consciousness did not identify with the body, because it doesn't have to stay identified with the body. Consciousness can live in this body without being a person for a very long time. It can enjoy, because all it sees is pure. You see, but it seems as though it had to take this, it had to be sort of like dipped, baptized into this delusion state, where it believes itself to be a person and wriggles around for a long time, believing and living only as a private, personal, local entity for a while, and to grow out of it. But while it's in that state, especially as it's coming out of the state, then it feels the force of what's been keeping it in that state. Only as you're leaving one state and entering into another, you can look back and see you can evaluate what that state was. When you're in it, it feels perfectly natural. When you're coming out, you can say, oh my God, I didn't realize I was so tight. Only on the boundary of leaving, you're looking back and seeing, whoa, I don't want to be like, I don't want this new state that if I'm in some point in the future, I'm looking back at this state also and thinking, wow, that's also bound. Enough of it. Is there some place that can bring me to the end line now, because I'm ready for that or something? I don't know. You see? But I do see that sometimes the beings, they've come and they've really been so immersed in satsang, and you feel the power in them. You feel the power in the sangha. You feel their light and their strength. You see? And then somehow it's like some people go away for a little bit and then they come back all stupid. Say, what? How it can be like this? What happened to you? A relationship, or they got a job, and then I said, is freedom so cheap that you can give it away for something? How long will this money last? How long will this relationship last? Okay, last for a lifetime, whatever, I don't know. But something is not true about it. It's not either that or this. And if it's either this or that, choose this, and have a little of that. But don't choose that and then be running from this. You see? It's something like this. And then I see that the beings, they lose their power, light, and they lose that beautiful shine, that beautiful light. And is that an illusion? Is your light an illusion? Or is our mind so fickle that we are so easily distracted from our center, you see?
Can I say something? Because it's really, in this case it felt it's been a gradual process of, it feels one thing replacing by the other. Still satsang is here and in my days, but the sugar of life or something like that, there is interest in that still.
Yes.
And it's observed, but it kind of, because when I left here and went back into Lisbon, I had no life anymore there, like personal life, for many circumstances. And so I was just really like living in this space of, okay, now I go watch people, have very nice special meetings, spontaneous, and everything felt right. And then went around to travel. It comes in a life very fast. This was also what I observed. A life builds up in 2-3 weeks very easy. Because yes, there was some interest. Oh, maybe I can go to this class or something, and then you meet some friend or this there, and then meet others, and suddenly there is an agenda. And I wake up and there is something to do. And it seems quite innocent at the time. But slowly, and people regarded this form like, like with a certain wisdom or joy, or say, oh, you are always happy, things like this. Like sometimes you report about people, and there's no, some sense of pride is coming in, but it was not noticed somehow. It was not noticed. Until it starts, little nightmares start coming in again. And something says, oh, it's observed. But already something of mind is observing. It becomes all very mixed up. And then this fear also comes bigger, fear of coming into your presence. Like this worthlessness, now, oh, I messed it up all. But you are not that. Okay, you are not what messed it up. But there is this dialogue all seems very fake already. And I would like to cut it off. Sometimes it's...
You are demonstrating the power to cut it also. Because there are some people after a while, then you start to, your real power is being masked again. And all you've got left is this Neo-Advaita bullshit talk. There's nobody, of course nobody doing so. But your power, you have really drained it something, no? It is good to be in this... To be in your authentic state, there's a pulse there, there's a life, there's a richness, a completeness here. Even though you cannot pin it down to any shape, you see, you're like emptiness appearing in the form of a human being, like space moving through space. Something is so totally. Then that's why I ask you: can this fade? Can it go away? Can it transmute into something else? And I want to hear your words. When you speak, it must have some power. And then you look. Then I say, I'm going to hold your words against you. Because I've sat and heard you speak as the Buddha. Now you're speaking as a Buddhi. I said, well, wait a minute, who is this thing, you see? But I see you have not lost. You have not lost. It's there. But something, some little arrogance maybe came in a bit, and because people go out sometime and then they start to see that, well, people start to regard you because you have some wisdom. It is there, some wisdom is coming through. But ego is taking credit for it. Ego is saying, wow, I can do well here, I even have a little following and all this type of stuff. And you don't know that you are just sort of like, again, picking up all this thing. It is gradual. Everything is gradual. And everything seems nice in the beginning. And gradually. And I'm not saying that you're walking a slippery road all this time, but you must be cured. Understand? Not just taking the pills. You have to be cured. When you're cured, it means that somehow it is chopped. I don't want to say anything so absolute. I don't think it's good to feel, yes, look, you shall never go back. Now, I don't want to say this. You see? One devotee, he was with the master for many years, and then at a certain point, you see, he came to an awakening, very profound awakening, And after some time, he went to the master and said, Father, I don't know what to say to you, because due to your persistence in pointing me back to myself, something seems to have happened, like I can't go back to that, like I've lost that reference now. And my mind feels very empty, very light. And I just want to, how can I repay you? How can I thank you? The master says, well, I don't know how you can thank, If there's a way to show gratitude for this, just make sure you don't go back. Why say this? Because it is possible, it's a little bit, you start to encourage, especially you have some remnants of ego that still feels like it needs to, and it's very subtle things. You see? So you be complete in it. Like the snake is leaving now. The snake is leaving. His head is in the garden, but his tail is still in the room. The head is in the garden. Don't start to celebrate yet, because the tail is still in the room. Yeah. Chop this tail or close the door behind him or something. What is the tail in the room, you see? And any bit of ego that is there to grow a tendril, you chop him completely. And don't have this feeling that the awakening is so, it is so natural for you. It is so there's nothing more natural to you than freedom. There's nothing more natural to you than your own Christ nature, your Christ light, or your Buddha nature. Nothing at all is more natural than this. Don't feel, I'm going to be so stiff and so tight. I've always got to be so good. And there's nothing like that at all. Your nature is that. So much so that when you look at the egoic identity, you say, my God, how I could live like this for so long. You see? And it is true. You stay as much as you can in the field of a Sangha. This is good. But at a certain point, you may find that on your own. On my own, I was in London for a long time. I did not know a Sangha that way. I was drifting about, meeting people here and there, but through these encounters, something was very helpful somehow. And what was certain is that it was here. He's here. Like, he's here. Something's here. He's here, you see. And that kept me through all the different changes that happened, Even mistakes and even a lot of silly things, your ego is trying to come back and stuff. Still, this was the most strong thing. You stay with that. You have no excuse, no reason to fail.
Can I just put one more question about this that we are talking?
Yeah.
Can it be like a meeting, a romantic meeting, a relationship that implies moving away, physically speaking, from this place? Can it be that such relation or such meeting comes from grace?
If you know the benefit that is being drawn from being here, if you know that, look, here I need to just, I can't say why, I can't say for how long, but I need to be here for a while longer. And you can say to your partner, your beloved, whatever, we need to do this. I need to do it. And I would like you to come also. But if you don't want this, okay, but I need to do this. And if she says, I'm out of here, then where are you? You need to check that in.
I'll be here.
Then we have no problem. Sometimes life comes and you are tested in these ways. You're tested, Because if someone really loves you, then they're going to want what is good for you, even if it's not them. That's not easy. It's easier said than done. But they really have that love and that wisdom, and they know that your heart is beating for this, but that you love them, and they know they cannot walk with you, then they will let you go. But will you let them go? These are things in the human kingdom. They can slow down your movement. And you will burn for a while in them, but you'll come out brighter because of it, you see. And you'll always know, when you make the choice and the choice is for truth, you'll always come at some point to know you made the right choice. You will never regret. You will never regret. Unless you balls up your freedom, I don't know. Yes.
You are the most important meeting. This is, and even with all this, and even not being here, I don't know. It's even the relief that the person seeks from these world impressions. It always comes from your image, from your words. Every day, like.
Yes. Nothing is worse that you're to gamble your freedom. Nothing is worth it. No? In the moment, it may feel like this, but when you choose right, as I said, if you do what is right inside your heart, it cannot turn out to be wrong for someone else. See, it will be right for them too, because the truth is not partial. It will turn out to be right also for them. You see, and if you want to pray for someone, you pray that they find the thing that their heart most need. But don't say how. Don't say what religion, what practice. Just say whatever their heart needs. Then let them find it through that light. This is real maturity in love. But it is not easy. Because we don't always choose a thing because it is right. We often choose a thing because we are attached to it. You have to be strong to choose what is right. Mostly we are now choosing just what we have strong feeling for. Then you choose this. You see? But final word on this, your big chances for freedom. And when you are free, you are benefiting innumerable beings. Innumerable beings are being, somehow supported by your presence. You don't even have to know that you're doing anything. Just like you are breathing now the oxygen that comes from the trees, but you don't go and say thank you to them. The power and the lights of the awakened beings are providing spiritual oxygen to this planet also, with the grace of God. You see? Every human being should feel gratitude in the heart for your existence. Yes, because you're alive and your life is itself the evidence of the living God, apart from which you have no reality, no life. Even your body-mind is a part of this grand performance of consciousness, this grand play. And every action contributes to the whole. There are beings whose lives are uplifted and supported by you that you will never know. They'll never have a chance to say thank you. You don't know anything about them. But your encounter may have a stronger impact for them than any of the people you know. Who is going to assess these things? If you don't release the light and the love that is inside you, where is it going to come from? Should we wait for the insects and the animals to give it? Isn't it from you it will come? From the God self in you? To live the life of a mere person is a very stingy way, when you're infinitely more than that. It is like using your computer just to do sums. You have so much capacity, you see, unexplored. And it's not that there's you inside deciding what you should do and where you should go, and there's no you in this way. You without you is the best you. You're a being without your person sitting in the driving seat or appearing to. This is the most beautiful thing. We're going to leave it like this for the moment, and I won't read any more of these letters. I feel that I will look at these and answer them maybe more privately. But for the moment, we will, because of the preparations for this retreat at Monte Sahaj, then we're going to take some time to just work like this. And during the retreat, the Sundays where there's in the retreat will be broadcasted as Sunday satsangs for the retreat. And I am very much with you in my heart. Whoever it is that has this urge inside for this, then support will be there for you. You will see it, that you are not abandoned. The Supreme Being is with you, is delighted to be shining in your heart and to guide your path, your way. You don't need to rely on imagination for this, because the love of God, the presence of truth, is palpable and tangible enough. You don't need imagination for this. I don't need to wish you good luck. You don't need luck. All auspiciousness is already with you. I can only bless you and pray for you that you don't fall by that deceiving voice. That you don't slow down or be held up or confused by that deceiver. Yeah. Who has his work to do also. But you remember that he works also for the Supreme. You see, he has to give you trouble, and give you trouble especially when you have the inclination to stay as a person. He's going to keep biting you. And this bite tells you, every time you come to me, I will molest you, so that you turn to the source, which is your true home and goal. There are many things in life that we could be saying thank you for, but as yet we have not appreciated because we have misread the auspiciousness of the gift. That one who beats your heart and breathes through your lungs and so on, give you the power to think and to discern and to comprehend and to contemplate and to investigate and to pray and to chant and everything. This power, yes, venerate that power, love it, honor it, for without it you are nothing. we have a lot of support, even at this time in the history of the world. Lots of tools. And all the teachings that are needed are already here. New teachings you don't need. More experience you don't need. More places to go you don't need it. If what you are searching for is the truth, everything you need is with you right here now. Just make use of it. You see, as I said, for thousands of years, human beings have been coming together like this, in rooms like this, under trees, in caves and stuff, by riversides, to talk about this same subject we're talking about today. And none of them are here anymore. They have used their time. Some of them went into timelessness. And now is our turn now. We are at the forefront of the human wave. We're the living wave of humanity. Our turn. Our chance. Others will come after us also. But this is your time, our time, to find the timeless. Destiny brought us together by the will of God. Okay, thank you everyone. And, very great. Very great. Thank you. Good to see you. And he is such a great, this one, he is such a great, he was translating for us, no? Best Portuguese translator. In Lisbon, we went to Lisbon. Lisbon is very dear to me because when I first came here, first time I came to Portugal, no? The second time I came here. I was met in Lisbon. Many people from Portugal came. I was so surprised we came and met, and we struggled a little bit to communicate. And when on the way back again, many hundreds came. We met in Lisbon, and then I asked you to come. He was such a good translator. So I hope you continue to do this work also, for your country and for the satsang. Because so many people, their journey began with these satsangs.
It was automatic pilot.
You're an automatic pilot. You see, yes. It's the best one. The best one. When you are translating and you're an automatic pilot, you see. You see? Means the grace is with you. Yeah. So we could keep in the same rhythm, a beautiful flow happen, I see. Very good. Thank you. Do we have some joyful music today? Huh? Very good. You have one of this? Thank you.
This is a very simple bhajan, so everybody please sing along with full heart and full joy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna